panelists, Liv, Gabby, and Tori. There is so much we have in store for you, so let's get started. Up first is Miley Cyrus's new video, Wrecking Ball, and it should be wrecked itself, if you ask me. This past week, Miley Cyrus released the video for her newest single, Wrecking Ball. The pop star provided visuals of her naked body swinging on a wrecking ball and licking a mallet. However, Cyrus states that if it's more than just that, the visual, she wants to have more people getting past that, the point that she's naked, and not actually look at her as a person. The song, Cyrus added, it was a lot harder to actually do the video than it was recording the song. It was much more an emotional experience. What are your reactions to the video? Do you guys have any comments about this video?
The video was terrible, in my personal opinion. There was nothing about it that I found artistic. I thought it was completely disgusting, and I think if she wanted a creative take on it, she should have went in a completely different direction with it.
I definitely agree with that. I think if she wants people to focus on her music, she needs to stop being wanting so much attention and just kind of focus on her music if that's what she really wants people to listen to.
Definitely.
I think that I feel really bad for her because I think it was about her and Liam breaking up, and the fact that she feels so emotionally damaged by that, I kind of feel for her a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, it's definitely a hard experience for her, but I guess she really didn't portray that in the video at first.
Definitely not.
And now that she released a statement, I feel like it's like, it wasn't her intention at first, but maybe it really was. We don't really know because she might be trying to back it up. But I feel like she just wants to be in the spotlight, and that's what she's doing. Well, Justin is now a member of the Mile High Club. Sources told TMZ that Justin and his friends were smoking an excessive amount of weed, riding an SUV on the way to Justin's private jet. The pilot said the smell was so strong he almost had to put out an oxygen mask. Justin was baked out of his mind, and when asked on a credit card authorization, he didn't even know who to sign for. So, about Justin, I mean, I don't even know what to say about him. I feel like it's just getting worse and worse as he gets more into the spotlight.
I definitely agree. He's definitely going on the wrong path. I think when he was younger, he definitely started as the good boy, and now he's trying to get into the spotlight, trying to see that everyone, he's growing older, but it's not really working for him.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I definitely agree. I think that's the problem with a lot of these younger celebrities. I think they're trying to have that breakout moment where they're trying to show everyone that they are getting older, they are reaching a level of maturity, but they're going about it in a completely wrong way.
I just think he's another one that's completely let fame go to his head, and he just, all they want is attention now.
Yeah, at this point, I guess that's what it seems like it is, but we see how it plays out. I feel like him and Miley Cyrus might have a duo song. I mean, the path they're going down.
Throw in a little Amanda Bynes.
Well, yesterday, Britney Spears' new song, Work, 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 leaked a day early. Someone managed to find a low-quality version of the song and sent it out. Britney quickly took care of the problem, tweeting, "Woke up totally and saw a low-quality version, had been leaked." So, what do you guys feel about that one? I mean, I definitely heard the song, and I think that it sounds I know there's a lot of people in it. It has a different vibe for her.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't personally heard the song, so I don't know, but the path that Britney's headed on and her kind of rekindling of her fame I'm personally a fan of it. She definitely went down a wrong path. She got real weird for a sec, but she definitely brought it back, and I'm super proud of her. Go Britney.
I think she definitely lost her prime time, though. When she was younger, I was a huge fan.
Definitely.
And then when she kissed Christina Aguilera on the VMAs, I was not about it. So.
And Madonna.
Yeah, she definitely has changed.
She has changed a lot.
I know I've seen the video is coming out soon, and I saw some pictures of the video. And she definitely is trying to get back into her prime time again, though. I mean, she definitely lost a lot of weight from after having both two kids back to back. So props to her on that one at least. Yeah. Well, things are just getting started here, so don't change the channel. Welcome back. According to the recent TMZ article, the 83-year-old actor Clint Eastwood and 48-year-old wife Dina Eastwood have split. The two have been living apart for some time now. Dina's rocky relationship led to her depression and anxiety and sent her to rehab. The couple was married for 17 years and had a 16-year-old daughter, Morgan, together, along with 2 other children from previous relationships. Thoughts on this? Have you seen their TV show? I didn't even know they had a TV show, in all honesty. Have anyone seen it?
I've seen it. I enjoyed it, but they had this little housekeeper, and that's why I watched it, because she was so cute.
Yeah, the housekeeper was definitely the main feature of that show. She was so cute, but I mean, I'm a huge fan of Clint Eastwood. I take him so seriously.
Yeah.
He's got that stern face about him, and his acting is it's grade A. I love him.
What channel was that? Like, I don't even know what network
Was
that
it
was on.
Style?
I think it might have been
Style?
Style.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
It might have been, but I loved that show. I thought it was one of those reality shows that I genuinely enjoyed watching, and I thought it was real, and that's what I liked about it.
So I'm guessing now it's gonna be, is it done because of like their split?
I think it
I'm
ended a
assuming.
while ago.
Did it
Yeah.
end? Okay, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure. Anything?
I've never seen the show, but
Okay.
I think it's a bummer that they got a divorce.
Well, J.K. Rowling will be adapting her Hogwarts textbook, The Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, into a screenplay. A deal was reached with Warner Brothers to make this into a movie. This movie is neither a prequel nor a sequel to Harry Potter, but more of an extension of the Wizarding world. Will any of you be reading this new book, Harry Potter fans?
I never read the original Harry Potter series, but I saw all the movies, and I think it's so exciting that she's gonna do another adaptation, and not exactly like Harry Potter, but an extension of the Wizarding world. Like, that's gonna be so cool.
Yeah, I mean, I had seen the movies, but I never watched the books. Read the books. Because look, with my sisters, they're younger than me, so we always used to just go see the movies with them. But I don't really necessarily know the setting.
Yeah, I mean, I was never a huge fan of the books or the movies. I don't really get into the whole like wizard thing. Or Twilight for that matter. It's never been really my forte. But I mean, as a career move, I think she's making a great decision because I mean, she's been out of it for a little bit, so it's time for her to get back into it.
Yeah, definitely props to her. But I've never been a fan of the books, and I haven't really seen the movies. But she's on a good career path, so go her.
Definitely. For her, I think she's not even that. I don't think she's that old.
No,
So I feel like she's
No.
doing quite well
No.
for her at this time
Yeah.
period.
Definitely.
Well, E! News recently confirmed that there will be yet another sequel to Jurassic Park. The fourth movie is called Jurassic World. The long-awaited film release date was pushed back from 2014 to June 15th, 2015. But aside from the changes made to the sequel, the T-Rex will always be holding the starring role. Anybody fans of Jurassic Park? I mean, I went on the ride in Universal Studios.
Yeah,
and,
that's as
literally,
far as it goes.
That ride is
to be
like
completely
probably the most I
honest.
know about it. Like I
Yeah.
don't really know anything else about
I mean,
it.
it's definitely a household name though. Everybody knows the reference to Jurassic Park. Whenever you say it, whether you've watched the movie or not, you know what people are talking about. So.
I'm actually a huge Jurassic Park fan. I own all 3 movies, and I think they're awesome. Steven Spielberg is an amazing director and
Yeah,
producer. I think his ideas are great.
I think I might have seen one, but I haven't really seen anything recently. I definitely want to like watch it again
They're
and then
awesome.
definitely see the new one because I feel like
Yeah.
those movies always have so much action in them.
Yeah, they're classics for sure.
Definitely. Most recently, the Pirates of the Caribbean 5 movie has its release date taken off the calendar for 2015. According to Variety, the date for the release is unset. The blockbuster flop, The Lone Ranger, may be the issue to this delayed release. The movie was considered one of the biggest flops of 2013. Ouch. Fans of this movie series?
I'm a huge fan.
Are
I'm a
you?
huge fan. I'm a fan of anything that has anything to do with Johnny Depp. To be complete, oh my God, he's gorgeous. I love him. So anything that he's been in ever, I've watched. So I'm definitely gonna watch this. I mean, I could care less about the plot of the movie, but I definitely love Johnny Depp. So
Yeah, I agree. I definitely love Johnny Depp. He's probably one of the main reasons I'm gonna go see the movie. So.
I'm a little disappointed though that Orlando Bloom is not in the series anymore. That was a little bit of a letdown in the 4th film.
Yeah, I mean, as long as Keira Knightley has something to do with it as well, I'm pretty much into it. She's a fabulous being as well. I love her.
So I guess when we do find out the release date, we'll definitely let everyone know. 'Cause
Oh,
right
yeah,
now it's still
absolutely.
in, but once you find out, I'm sure you guys will all know. Well, we will be right back after this commercial break, so stay tuned. Last night was the 87th Miss America pageant. The winner was 24-year-old Nina Dalvuri from New York. This didn't come too much as a surprise to New York considering last year's Miss America was also from New York. However, Nina is the first Miss America to be of an Indian descent. She performed a Bollywood fusion dance and answered a question about plastic surgery. The Syracuse graduate hopes to become a doctor following in her father's footsteps. I'm sure the $50,000 scholarship will help her get through med school. So that's like 1 year's tuition at Quinnipiac. Like $50,000 isn't a lot, but I mean, hopefully somewhere she goes to med school will be able to afford that.
Yeah. I think she definitely deserved to win from her performance on Miss America, but I think behind the scenes she might be a little like catty almost. She kind of looks like that kind of girl.
I definitely agree.
Yeah, I just can't get over her facial expression when she won. I'm sorry, that was kind of a mess.
Yeah, I
But
watched
she's so
that.
beautiful, but her crying face was
Yeah.
much to be desired.
Well, yeah, I agree. That every pretty face has an ugly crying face, and you know
You can't have it all.
Yeah, you can't have it all. You have to pick which one you want. You can have a pretty normal face, you can have an ugly crying face, and obviously which one she picked.
Picked a normal pretty face.
Whatever.
What do you guys think about her being like of an Indian descent? Because I know that's something that's completely like new, and I've actually seen some stuff online that was like a controversy because like she's an Indian descent and she's being crowned Miss America. Did anyone have any comments on that?
I think that's awesome because America's literally a melting pot. So it's awesome that there's a woman from Indian descent winning Miss America.
Yeah, I think it was great. It shows a lot about America's diversity, and it's not just like, hey, only a certain type of person can win Miss America. It's, like she said, a melting pot, and so everybody has an equal chance, and I think it's great.
Well, next up we have Fashion Police. Okay, so obviously my number one choice for who looked just stunning from her head to toe this past week. I've said it once, and I'll say it again. Sadie Robertson. As I said earlier, her gorgeous polka-dotted bodice dress with the black see-through mesh overplay was stunning on her petite frame. Loved it. What'd you guys think?
Okay. She's a personal favorite of mine, and I honestly didn't know who she was until I watched Duck Dynasty. But her recent debut at New York's Fashion Week for Sherry Hill was just amazing. She's only 16, and now she already has her own prom line. She can't even go to prom, and she already has her own clothing line, so I think that's pretty great.
Yeah, I love her personally. I didn't know that he even had a daughter until I saw her, that she was in People magazine.
She's gorgeous.
Her
She's
Sweet
absolutely
16,
stunning.
she had Scotty McCreery.
Yeah.
Jealous. I'm going to just say that, but I think she's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, she's stunning.
She really is stunning. I had no idea who she was, but like, oh well. She's gorgeous.
She'll be well known now.
Oh, she's definitely a household name.
Well, another fashion greatness actually was Taylor Swift. I mean, I'm usually, we all know, not a fan of Taylor Swift just because I think she talks in almost every single song. But I'll give it to her. She looks good.
She really did. I saw her at the Billboard Music Awards, and she looked stunning. She was wearing this blue geometric pattern mini dress. Oh my God, and it just like fit her like a glove. It was gorgeous. I love her new fashion sense lately. It's really showing a lot about her more mature style.
I like that she's changing it up and she's not going so, she used to be so classic, but now she's a little bit more edgy, but she's still the same classy girl that she's always been. So
Yeah,
it's nice to see a change.
She used to have like really long, like, I feel like 40s, 50s dresses.
Yeah.
And
Like
now that
prom style almost.
Yeah.
And now she's like changing it up, doing a little shorter, but still
Definitely.
like covering herself
Very
up where it's
classy.
classy.
It's very
Absolutely.
classy. She looks gorgeous no matter what.
Absolutely. Feeling 22, but still staying classy.
Okay, what about this one? A famous person here, at least. Kesha? Her outfit was different, for say the least. She always comes in looking like she cares but doesn't care at the same time.
I think she definitely has picked up her style a lot from, I think she, like one year she wore like a garbage bag
Yeah.
to, I think it was the VMAs, and everyone's a little confused, but now she's like, I think mature but still out of her box.
Yeah.
She definitely still has a wild side, but I like that she's kind of bringing it in a little bit more.
I definitely agree with the black mini dress. I mean, it did have a really risque slit up the side. You could see her whole backside, but I mean, with the whole pulled back, very sleek pony and the very nude makeup, she looked very classic.
And next we have someone I'm not really a fan of anyway, but I had to throw in here for this. Don John star Scarlett Johansson was spotting her a green trash bag. Well, at least that's what it looked like. She was wearing a mint green Roland Moret cocktail dress that looked like on the green bag she got from the grocery store that you bag your veggies in. She looked terrible. Not sorry, Scarlett. Anyone about that
I think
one?
she's overrated, honestly. I like,
Completely agree.
I love
Absolutely.
her acting, but as a person, I don't know.
I wouldn't even give her that. You're being generous. I wouldn't even give her acting that. I mean, it looked like a very ill-fitting green trash bag that you put your like vegetables in at the grocery store. It was completely disgusting, and the designer that she was wearing, it just didn't do him justice in any way, shape, or form. Pick somebody else, like a better celeb to put your clothing
A
on.
little bit of a hot mess recently. I don't know, her style.
Yeah, and her accent in that new movie is horrendous.
Yeah.
Also, just throwing that out there.
I don't think you could watch that. It would be
No,
so
I
annoying.
can't. If it didn't have Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it,
Oof.
God help that.
He's dreaming.
I won't comment on that. This past week, 16-year-old Duck Dynasty daughter Sadie Robertson walked the runway for a Sherry Hill at New York Fashion Week. I had no idea what to think about this when I first read the article, but the only thing I know about her is how strict and conservative the men and women are. When I saw how gorgeous she looked, I was honestly speechless. She was flawless from head to toe. She was featured in the show because she actually had partnered with Sherry Hill to create a line from dresses called E. Sadie Robertson Live Original Collection. So, husbands are scruffy and the rest of the family is put together, but they have a very wealthy business show. Duckers call them famous.
Yeah, I didn't even know who she was, even after the show came out, actually. But once I saw her and I was like, how did this gorgeous girl come from these interesting looking men? But I mean, she's gorgeous, and she definitely deserves all the publicity that she's getting.
But have you seen the women on the show? Like their moms and aunts, they are all absolutely gorgeous. So how they got these men is a little confusing, but they're absolutely gorgeous.
Maybe it was arranged.
Maybe.
Arranged marriages.
But like, I'll Wikipedia it later. It's always
Yeah, that explains a lot. I mean, they do have a lot of money, but I mean,
That's true.
don't want to assume anything.
Yeah. Well, this week's tweet of the week is by Michelle Vitelli. She tweeted, "Getting involved in the community, #Helping Hands Day. Great work helping the community, Michelle, and everyone else who participated. We'll be right back after this commercial break." Welcome back. Up now we have my favorite segment, First World Problems. Well, my iPhone's voice distinction never hears what I want to say correctly, so I end up having to type it anyway.
I want to use social media and text in my bed, but my phone charger cord isn't long enough.
I ordered a Coke, but all they had was Pepsi. Ugh, hate that.
I have to keep changing my Pandora station because I ran out of skips on my other ones.
I have so many clothes in my closet, and yet I still can't decide what I want to wear. I mean, honestly, these first world problems I think can apply to pretty much all of us.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't think any of them have applied to all of us like these have. Definitely like.
And I'm a big fan of Coca-Cola over Pepsi because I feel like Pepsi's like water.
I agree. It is. It tastes. Oh,
so if they tell me I'm on Pepsi, I'm like, just give me a water.
I know.
So those first world problems definitely like fit. I think
Everyone.
pretty much everyone
Yeah,
in this world,
absolutely.
because we're just a first world problem world.
Exactly.
All right, for tonight's who to follow and who to unfollow, I'm going to get straight into it. Straight with who to unfollow. If you're not already do so after a horrific VMA performance, Miley Cyrus, I don't even have to go there. Her performance was a wreck, to put it as nice as I can. She's a wrecking ball, and she's destroying her career. So please, do us all a favor, unfollow her. And next, we have Katy Perry. I've always been a huge fan of Katy Perry, don't get me wrong. Her songs are very kid-like. She has her own generation when we're younger, and now that we're growing up, she isn't moving up with her audience. She's just kind of staying in the same place. And her music isn't challenging her as much as her artist and her songs should be at that age. So I would also unfollow her.
Definitely, definitely.
So between Miley Cyrus and Katy Perry, like, I feel like they have like kind of the same image and geared towards audience, but I feel like Miley Cyrus like kind of needs
She's a little
help.
more risque.
More risque, good work,
Yeah.
exactly.
I still love Katy Perry. I'm sorry. Her new
Yeah.
song Roar is a straight jam.
I
It's
mean-
very empowering.
I like it, but I mean, like Nick said, she had us when we were all in that like little kid age, and now that we're getting older, she's not moving up with us. She's kind of staying in the same place, singing the same kind of old
I feel
songs.
like
Same
she's
beat.
still singing Teenage Dream with different lyrics
Exactly
and a different
what
beat.
it's like.
I feel like she's like staying at her target audience and not wanting to move up with the people that she
Exactly.
started with and going up.
Right.
She needs to be like Justin Timberlake and just kind of keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, she definitely needs
Stay
to
with
evolve.
us. We're your audience. We're the ones who love you.
Exactly.
Like, what are you doing?
Well, I guess we'll stop being so harsh. In lighter news, we have one who follow right along to lighten the mood. First up, we have the gorgeous, like I said, Sadie Robertson from Duck Dynasty. To be completely honest, I don't know about her until she had the Fashion Week debut, and now I am so in love with her. She is so gorgeous, and I can't even get enough of how perfect she is. I mean, definitely follow her. I don't know what to say about it. Like,
There's a lot
she's
to talk
definitely-
about
She's
her.
definitely a person to follow.
Yeah.
She's so modest and conservative. Like, what else can I say?
I agree.
Well, next up we have none other than Lady Gaga. I am so obsessed with her right now. If Katy Perry or any other artist wants to like get some pointers, you should definitely look to Lady Gaga and her progression in her music career. It is definitely like skyrocketed from the beginning. And yes, she's crazy. We could all say that. But I definitely think that like performances that she has shown us show that she really is a person to look out for. and definitely give her that check mark follow.
Yeah. I saw her 3 years ago today. I saw it on my Twitter feed.
Exact
and,
day.
Exact day. And I don't think she's changed as a performer. I think she's still a perfect performer. She definitely knows how to do her job.
Yeah, I definitely can't get out of my head her new song "Applause." Like it's
No,
at first I really wasn't a fan of it, but that song right there makes me get her follow. Like it really shows that she adapts to what people want to hear, and even though people might judge her because of her outfits that she chooses to wear, her music is still good. So I think on my end, like I like her music, but I don't like her as a person. But I feel like I'm definitely gonna adapt to start to like her.
She's definitely an entertainer. I saw her in concert a few years ago as well, and her show was just absolutely amazing, and she just knows what the crowd wants, and she really plays it up. It's very interesting.
Yeah. She's not one of those who's afraid to give the audience what they want, and that's what I love about her.
She takes risks, and
She
it's
does.
like nice to see that in an artist.
And they work in her favor. They're not like a Miley Cyrus risk. It's like a good risk.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you guys all know about Throwback Thursday. So we're actually going to use Throwback Monday today. I mean, I know it doesn't go together, but we're just going to talk about our favorite TV shows as kids. I know, like, I definitely loved shows such as Arthur and I don't even know other shows that I used to watch. Rocko's Modern Life, and there was so many like good shows that I like loved watching that like I couldn't get enough of. What kind of shows were you like?
Well, I was very into cartoons. I love SpongeBob SquarePants and The Fairly Odd Parents. Me and my dad used to have Thursdays every night. We'd eat pizza and watch cartoons all night, so that was always something to look forward to. What else? Full House. Everybody loves Full House. It was such a family show. It had good morals. I liked it. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Will Smith. I couldn't get enough of him. And Boy Meets World. I love that one too. Topanga and Corey, favorite TV couple of all time.
I definitely think we all can relate. I mean, all our TV shows will definitely play in, but like, Gabby, what were you?
I was a huge cartoon fan as well, but I liked the shows that were pretty much pointless. They made your brain numb. I liked Cat Dog and like Pinky and the Brain, and I just liked when the characters came out in the food products, like when Cat Dog had Cheez-Its. I thought that was the coolest thing
those
ever.
were so delicious.
That was my favorite, and like SpongeBob Cheez-Its. If you had a Cheez-It to your name, I pretty much watched your show. That was just me.
Mine definitely were Rugrats. Anything that had a mac and cheese too, like Cheez-Its and
Food
mac
products.
and cheese.
That's what it was.
And I liked what's that show with the monsters? And they were
Real Monsters.
Real Monsters,
Yeah.
yes.
And Angry
Freaky.
Beavers, Rugrats, Rocko's Modern Life, like you said. I love all of those shows.
Yeah.
Well, right before our commercial break, we will leave you with this week's Instagram of the week. This week's Instagram was taken by Ashley Sobel of York Hill. We'll be right back, so don't go anywhere. The annual Barstool was held at Toad's Place this past Thursday night and had quite the turnout because of the no classes on Friday due to Yom Kippur. The weather wasn't the greatest, but students still put on their highlighter tops and white bottoms for a night of reckless behavior in New Haven. Compared to last year, this year we seem to run a lot smoother. Did you guys, any of you go to Barstool? I know I've never actually been, but I've always seen tweets and craziness about it.
I've never been, but I heard that this year was a huge success, and some of my hallmates went and they said it was a great time, so.
Yeah, a bunch of my roommates went and they loved it, so maybe I'll go in the spring when they have it again.
They're always having, I know that. They just love the Quinnipiac students in New Haven.
I mean, I went last year. It's not really my scene, honestly. Like, Toad's period isn't really my cup of tea, but I mean, those who went said they had a really great time, so.
Good for them, yeah.
Good for them.
Exactly.
Well, also we had David Coleman, a world-renowned dating doctor. He came into our school this past Friday to talk about students about, well, dating. The students seemed very intrigued with what Coleman was saying to them, and it had a decent turnout for a weekend event. I wasn't even aware dating doctors still existed, especially with all these new shows and dating websites. Would you guys ever go to a dating doctor for advice?
I don't think I could say I would, but I mean, if you need one, go for it.
At least they have them. They're available for you whenever you need them.
For your discretion. I mean,
Exactly.
there is that one show, I don't remember what it's called, but he has like this great dating doctor, and I mean, I would go on the show just for him because he's quite beautiful. But I don't think I would go for actual advice.
Yeah, no,
I think that's a little
definitely
weird.
not.
Well, to our viewers out there, we would love to hear your answers about the dating doctor, so definitely tweet us at #thatQU, and we'll see, maybe you'll be on the show next week with your response about the dating doctor. And last but not least, here are the funniest Quinnipiac problems of the week. Starting with number 1. Nothing like driving a complete random stranger to their spot in Northport to guarantee yourself a spot.
And number 2, it's the middle of September and already we see girls wearing jeans and a North Face.
Attention, Java John knows my name without looking at my cue card. I wish he knew mine.
And number 4, the 6'7" basketball player in my dorm doesn't fit in the showers.
I feel like the last one definitely seems like the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Well, like, what do
need
you
the
do?
shower.
I mean, the
That's
whole,
kind of necessary.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure that was tweeted from my building, to be fair. That's where all the basketball players are, so I'm going to go investigate that a little bit. But
Definitely. Maybe we'll do like a news package on it. Figure it out.
creep it out a little bit.
Exactly.
Since clearly that seems to be the hugest problem. I mean, what do? You shower outside.
It's very much like Buddy the Elf in Elf
In the movie.
shower.
Definitely a good relation. Well, do you have any Quinnipiac problems of your own that you have witnessed? Definitely tweet us out for that as well, and maybe you'll be on the show again. And sadly, that's all we have for this week. Stay tuned next week for our hashtag surprise.